Hello everybody, this is Eugene. I'm in New York in front of Children's Services office. See my friends, David, Alexander. Would you mind to tell some words for the Twitter people?
Do what?
Would you mind to tell some words for the Twitter audience?
Right, well, we're here today at York County Council Social Services offices, collecting signatures for a petition to get social services investigated for needlessly destroying families, stealing children for forced adoption when there's no need. They've taken my 2 grandchildren, put into forced adoption when they could come and live with me and the sister. I have a 4-bedroomed house and got room for them, but social services wanted them because they need them to make the numbers up to keep the budget for next year. There is no lawful reason for my grandchildren to be in adoption. They could be at home with me and the sister.
Right, and I believe you offered that to the council and to the judges and everything.
That's
and they
what we've been trying to get for 2 years. But
for
today,
2 years.
For 2 years.
Incredible.
Today, the judge is going to finalise the adoption after allowing a 5-year-old child to be abused by social services.
And I believe you have at home other grandchildren of yours.
I have the sister to the twins that's been adopted.
You have sister. Oh my God! So
She's 5 years old now. She was 3 years old when the twins was born. Social services, social workers allowed her to have 2 visits to hold and cuddle them, and then they snatched them away and stopped her having any further contact when they have a legal duty to promote contact with siblings and family.
but it doesn't make any sense. You have other grandchildren at home. Why she just why they just couldn't join them?
The only reason they've got for stealing them is because I'm 60. They think it might be too much for me to go.
Doesn't make sense as well. You are quite sound person. I am 59. I mean, well, they just took my sons. They didn't give me reason my age. I mean, why they should give reason your age? Doesn't make any difference.
It's no difference. It's numbers.
It's discrimination actually.
They've taken them for numbers.
For numbers, it
Just
is
for
disgusting.
numbers, so they can reach the government targets.
So
To keep the budget for next year. They've used lies, false reports, twisted the truth,
Well-
perjury. It's all there. Even after proving to the judge that it was lies and false, the judge allowed the reports to be used on the grounds that they exist. In a criminal court, the whole case would be kicked out.
Did you try to approach your MP?
I've approached my MP and I've got my MP working on it now, trying to get some help, but it's a bit late in the day now.
Why late in the day? It could be always reverts. I know there is a precedent in the RCJ that on one case adoption was reversed.
Well, I hope if it does get finalised today that we can get it reversed.
Look, it's after all,
Going.
it's only a piece of paper. This adoption is not more. I appreciate it could be put by courts, but you should be aware you always could reopen investigation if something was plainly wrong. You have this right. What is the name of your MP, if I may ask?
MP, it's Rachel Maskell.
Rachel Maskell. Well, I'm in about the same situation, not adoption, but my MP is Raymond Chisty. Unfortunately, he doesn't care at all. So I would kindly approach him and say that take example from other MPs who take care about their constituents. Okay, I can see some supporters here also. I can see supporters, so I'm staying in the front of your council.
Government to investigate social services.
I'm Eugene. My son has been taken to foster care also without reasons. I mean, I'm a single dad, absolutely fine. So Medway Council messed up, all they could messed up, and at the end of the day, they just shit scare, and they try to use my son just to keep him in foster care. He's a very good child. He went to very good school and he wants to come back home. There is no reasons. Honestly, if you look on my story, you will find really nothing there, honestly. They incriminate me that I need some therapy. But I went to 3 doctors and none of them confirmed any therapy. So I came to York to support David in his fight to get his grandchildren home. It's so cruel. Just small children just has to stay, with the strangers at the same time they could take care of. Yeah. So I'm just going to council to give a look. So you can see city of your council here. This is city of your council. This is the entrance. It's quite a good place to make a protest, I would say. Not like in the Medway Council, where there's a huge highway around and car park and no one listens. There's lots of people. It's a nice town, as you could see. So it's quite disgraceful that people should stay here just to demand their children back. This is totally disgusting way.
Services need investigating. They are stealing children needlessly. Just to make the targets, so they can keep the budget for coming year.
It's absolutely true.
Children that don't need to be put into adoption or foster care. Social services only have numbers in mind. They have interest of no child at heart.
Well, it became grotesque, after all. They took a child just from a normal person and put it to a stranger, and everyone take it like it should be. It is disgusting, isn't it? Yes, indeed they are, to get rid of all those parasites. I mean, for other hand, why not to abolish all the social worker people, give money to families who need them and to police, so police can investigate most important crimes, and that will be about it. Who needs all of them? It's a waste of money. The best of them could be taken under the police guidance, and police could investigate all something serious crimes about children. Who needs this emotional harm, future emotional harm? Who needs it? This is not normal. This is my view, and I'm entitled to my view, I think. So, and I'm facing committals to prison. Can you imagine these people? Because I dare to criticize Medway Children's Services. I recently read a tweet of someone from Bahrain who going to be imprisoned for criticizing people in Bahrain. So, what's the difference between Medway and Bahrain? This is none. Can you imagine? Seriously. Seriously, on the 16th of January in Canterbury, they'll be hearing to commit me to prison because I dare to criticize Medway Council employees. Can you imagine that? Isn't it disgraceful? Totally disgraceful. They adjourn hearing from 26, and I have to go to Canterbury to be imprisoned. It's like lengthy prison sentence. It's absurd. So now we can see this situation in York. Right. David, are you going to be here for a while and then all supporters will go to court?
Yeah, we're going to go
at 10:30 about that.
Some supporters are meeting us at court because they can't do the walk. So if there's only us here, we'll just go in car round to court. So
we're going where to car?
In car, I have a car.
In car, yeah.
If nobody else turns up, we'll just go in car. If a few more turn up, we'll just walk round to court with banners.
Well, it doesn't matter that it's not many people, because you see, I remember I was born in the ex-Soviet Union, so people used to protest, just very few of them against system, but with all my respect, I don't remember children being taken just like here, you see. I don't know. It's something is getting deeply wrong here. It's an impression of too many people, not only my views, it's views of lots of people. I find it extremely abnormal that you cannot even criticize them. Took child to care, took father to prison, and that's about it. Totally disgraceful. So look on these children; they could be taken into care any moment. Anyone can just take them. It's a bit of like a feudal society, I would say. Feudalism. Is it right word in English? Feudal. What's it in English? In the Middle Ages there were sort of vassals and feudals. Feodal.
I don't
Sorry, it's my English. What's this proper word for it? It was different structure of a society. It was some people who were like slaves, and it was their bosses in the Middle Ages in the UK. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I just didn't remember this correct word for it. So
Minions were minions.
So bosses all used to own, everything. They couldn't take children, anyone whom they like, This is disgusting. Why such a nice country should have such cases like mine case and David case? Why? It's time. I would say it is absurd.
I'm right next to it.
It's good that his MP is busy with it, so hopefully children will come back home to his granddad. It will be only one and possible fair option. There could be no any other options. How long are they in care already?
2.5 years now.
2.5 years.
2.5
Okay.
years
Yeah,
old to come at birth.
Yeah. So then now they will say that they get used to it. They don't know anyone else, and bingo, sold. Here we go. It's extremely unfair. Not even unfair. It's unacceptable.
Allowed home with the sister.
Yeah, this is their
Until
sister.
they proved that there was a need for them to be taken, because there's never any need for them to be taken. I'm going to go up there now, and I can't do now.
So they will allow you to use megaphone there, you
Well, they
mean?
can't stop me. It's a public footpath. I'm not on their property.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
can come here
This
and
is
ask
their
me not
property.
to,
Yeah,
and if I refuse,
Exactly.
they can bring police.
yeah.
But police can't do nothing about me on the street. So, and I'm only there.
Exactly. I'll be filming you from there. So we are in a council property, so we are not allowed to use megaphone here. So David is going up. You could see lots of placards here. Many children, all those children has been taken. Of course, some of you can ask a question, there was something why they have been taken. Well, probably no perfect parents, but you see, this punishment to take forever child from your parent and throw him to foster care, it is incredible. We are all not convicted, not charged, you see, we are not behind bars. So to take a child because of future emotional harm, something might happen to him in the future, it's absurd. I'm quite surprised that UK people can, tolerate for so long time all this mess. I have to put my hunger strike next one near home of Anne Domini, director of Children's Services, and I'll be staying there non-stop day and night in a sleeping bag, so people will see how I'm starving on her eyes. This is disgusting. What these people do. Where he went?
Yeah, bye. I'll be about 10 minutes. Bye.
Where he has gone? I thought he'll be here somewhere.
Yeah, he's gone down bottom, turn right, come round.
Ah, he will be coming, yeah? All right. We'll make our own media if media not come. Twitter has quite a good audience, Potential could be, millions. Okay, okay, no worries, sorry. Well, it's okay, don't want to be filmed, don't want to be filmed. It's no problem. He's coming, yeah? Yes. Yes, sir.
I'm very happy about you filming them walking down the driveway.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry, sir. It's
Yeah,
okay.
if
I was
I
just
could just
waiting
ask
till
you,
you
please.
come. No worries, no worries. Thank you. Cheers. A bit of police attitude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here today outside York Social Services Office. York City Council collecting signatures for a petition to have social services investigated. Investigated for stealing children, needlessly destroying families. Taking children for forced adoption and long-term foster care, just so they can meet the government targets and keep the budget for the following year.
Definitely.
They've stolen 2 of my grandchildren for no lawful reason. They've used lies, perjury, false reports, changed reports, and it's all been accepted by the judge. I proved to the judge that the reports was false and lies, but the judge accepted it into proceedings on the grounds that it existed. In a criminal court, that entire case would have been kicked out. Instead, he has put my grandchildren for adoption, rather than allowing to come and live with me and the 5-year-old sister. Social services need investigating. They are needlessly destroying families. Please sign our petition calling for an investigation. Social workers need holding accountable for their actions. If they're committing perjury, they should be prosecuted for it. Judges giving adoption orders when there is no lawful reason to do so. The most fundamental rule in adoption is adoption should only take place when nothing else will do. There is no lawful or legal reason why I cannot have my grandchildren. The only reason they've got is my age. Because I'm 60 years old, they think it might be too much for me. I've brought 5 of my own children up. I have 8 grandchildren. I have one of them living with me, the sister to the twins that they've stolen for forced adoption. Simply to make the numbers up.
People signing petitions.
It's illegal. It's wrong. These children need returning home to the sister.
You've got some leaflets you can take away, and there is more information online as well on
They allowed them to have
Facebook.
2
If you type
visits
into
when they were
Google as
born,
well,
and
there's
then
more
illegally
information
they
there.
stopped.
Hello, what is your name, may I ask you?
Elizabeth Shepherdson.
So you signed this petition, obviously, compassionate to this case.
With siblings and family.
Hearing him,
Stopped it,
he
and the
sounds
judge
a
allowed
decent,
it.
self man, and if he's willing to adopt, why should 16? It's his grandchildren.
This
Why
is
should
an
he not be
illegal,
allowed?
And what put me to prison in Medway because I dare to criticize him. Can you imagine that?
Okay, so I can look
They
this up.
need
Yeah,
holding
you can take
accountable
that.
for
I've
their
got a
actions.
card here, what you can also take.
They are not above the law, but they think they are the law. It's time they learn that they're not. If they're committing perjury, they should be prosecuted. But it all gets hidden because it's a family court under the disguise of in the best interest of the child. And it is a disguise because it is in no child's interest to be taken away from the family, needlessly, There's no need for it. Social services need holding accountable. They should be put in prison for what they're doing. And judges as well should not be issuing adoption when there's no need. Adoption is supposed to be a final when there's nothing else will do. In my case, there is alternatives already in practice with the twin girl's sister. No concerns about it, but they still stole.
Isn't it disgusting? Isn't it
They
disgusting?
are stealing children to make the numbers up, and it has to be stopped. The government needs to investigate this. The secrecy of it all is wrong. It is only protecting the abusers, not the children. Children are not protected by the secrecy of family courts. It's the judges and social workers, the solicitors, that don't put the case forward. There's a lot of people making money out of our children, and that's what it's all about. Numbers and money to keep their budgets for the coming year. Most children in care do not need to be there. Children are being abused by the local authority, and judges are allowing them to do it. It's time this club was investigated.
Well said, David. Excellent.
That's scary, guys. I'm speaking to them coppers down there about it.
Come and sign our petition calling for an investigation. If the social workers and judges are not doing anything wrong, they have nothing to fear, have they? Why do they need it all in secret? Why do they threaten parents with prison if they speak about it? Parents have no rights whatsoever. Not even to appeal. They have to ask permission. And then when you get there, you're not allowed to put your evidence in. The only evidence that is taken notice of is the lies and false reports that social services put in.
They took my child. I should see him 4 times a year. Visitation is for criminals behind bars, not for parents and their children.
It's time to investigate the poor practices of social services abusing children, not helping them, abusing children and families. They are needlessly destroying family life at a great cost to the taxpayer. On one of my banners down here, you'll see a newspaper advertisement advertising for foster care.
York.
Being offered up to
Well, I came from Medway here.
£1,000 a year.
This is York.
It wouldn't cost nowhere near that to support families.
This is a report from York.
In my case, I don't need any support.
So we're just trying
The only reason they're taking these children is to make the numbers up. It's wrong. They need investigating.
Now, there is other information. It's happening to a lot of people. It's happening
I
all
came
over
here
the
from
place.
Medway, you know, they just took my child without reasons. You can see I'm here, I'm normal, I'm not in a prison, just took my single child and just, you know, keep him. He wants to come, just, you know, keep him.
It's
Keep
time
him.
to
For
hold
what?
social workers
taxpayers' money.
accountable for the poor work that
I've
they're
got
doing.
belly full of.
They are unlawfully tearing families apart.
Okay, thank you.
When they're caught lying and committing perjury, they should be jailed like any criminal.
Here, here.
If they need to tell lies, twist the truth, put false reports in, make up stories, They're a poor social worker. They are destroying family life and abusing children. It's time to investigate social services.
Yeah, definitely time to investigate Medway Council, definitely. If they don't bring my child back, I have to file charges, criminal charges, against certain employees. Because this story makes me sick. It's my single
Social
son.
workers, you need to start telling the truth. We're coming for our children back. You've stolen them when there's no need.
You see, there are no perfect parents, obviously. There is no perfection in this world. But to take child for the future emotional harm, I don't know. If criminal court discharged a person, no problem, so why children has to be in care?
The secrecy of forced adoption and long-term foster care is harming children. Children are being abused in the system. The stories on my banners down here, come and read them. They don't want it out. They threaten parents with prison if they speak about it. It's time they were stopped. Why does it need to be in secret? The secrecy of it all only protects the abusers, not the children.
Well, I will give some leeway to Medway Council. I will not probably broadcasting here because they change social workers. So I do hope they come to their senses and they can try some work together, bring my child home as soon as possible. Otherwise, I will stand up with the same megaphone in Medway. See, they're quite tolerant here in York. In Medway, probably they would already try to kick me out with those protests. Guys, you are very lucky to be in this council. Sorry. Oh, you're so lucky to be here because just in front they can hear that it's it's a huge distance between council doors, full of cars, about 200 meters, and visitors coming from different places, so it's very good here. Well said, David. Yeah, excellent.
They're listening because they've been looking out at windows.
Oh, good, great. They obviously should listening. They should listening.
They must be a bit upset that they can't get the security to come and move me because I'm not on their property. It's only a lump of iron. This is what our children feel like.
Definitely. So now we'll go to the court, yeah?
We'll
Premises.
go to court.
Excellent.
I know there's other people waiting at court.
Oh, really?
There's some that couldn't make it round here.
I think I will save batteries now. So guys, I will see you soon. Near the court will be continuation. Thanks for your time. Saving batteries.